In this video, I am going to share an amazing chess game played by Hikaru Nakamura as white and Titan Tonahe as black. So Hikaru Nakamura continues with the king's pawn opening against e5. He played the bishop opening. What he focuses? His main focus is to sacrifice the bishop early in the opening to f7. And actually this happened in the game. He sacrifices the bishop at f7. And the most important thing, that bishop sacrifice to f7 was a brilliant bishop sacrifice which turned the game. So this is a very important video for you. You may watch this video till last and you can learn a lot from this video. So let's begin. We have knight f6. So comes d3. His main focus is on defending the bishop and the center, along with the bishop to g5 creating a pin. So he has multiple plans with the move d3. Now comes c6. Black is having a very interesting tactic against Hikaru. What he is focusing? He is focusing on d5, very clear. You can easily see this. With the move d5, he wants to attack the center along with your bishop. But the second important plan is queen b6, bishop c5, coming attacking this f2 pawn. And after d5, he can even take knight there, supported by the bishop, along with attacking this f2 pawn. So this is going to be very tricky for Hikaru to understand his position. So what he played? He played knight f3. Now Hikaru continues with knight f3. Over here, knight f3, he focused on attacking the pawn. That's it. So comes d5. Over here, now what you observe? Observe it carefully. You can easily capture this pawn. Right? You might be saying that let's eliminate that pawn. Now, if you take it, he'll take it back. Knight take on the pawn is a availability. First, we'll go with bishop check. If the knight comes, then you can simply eliminate it. So he'll play bishop out. You will make a trade, and then he continue with knight take. He'll protect his pawn also. Now observe it carefully. He developed both his knights, right? He developed him. He is just one move from developing this bishop. He can easily take the bishop to b6, c5, e7, anywhere of his choice, and can castle. What about your pieces? You can simply castle, but you will take two moves for developing your pieces, right? So this is one of the disadvantages which you will have. And also look at the center. All this center, who is controlling it? Obviously, black is controlling. So black is having a win indirectly. Okay. So what I want to say, Hikaru Nakamura, what he did, he does not capture. He continued with bishop b3. Now he is having a very good plan with this. What is his plan? His plan is that if black will eliminate, the very important thing is that I have my open bishop. Okay. This is a sniper bishop. He is focusing on attacking the f7 pawn. Now you can take knight g5. You can focus on attacking this diagonal. If he try x6, then go on with knight take f7. But suppose he try to defend it. Now how can he defend? He can mostly play bishop e6. What you do? You can continue with bishop take or knight take. And ultimately, suppose I go with knight take, he take and then bishop take. Bishop diagonal open along with this pawn which is going to be in a threat. So observe your position. Obviously, you are having a very good position. So let's go back. Now what actually happened in the game? Let's discuss. So over here, black was enough experienced. He understood that he cannot take the pawn. Okay. So what he did? He continued with the move bishop b6. Now he is focusing on development by taking out the bishop for defending his center along with castling. That's it. So comes castling. After black castle, knight to c3. Now what's the main plan? Once again, you all may observe that he can go with d4, right? d4. Now what you do? Simple. That's simple because bishop is open. So this is something which Hikaru wants. Okay. Look it carefully. He can play knight e2. He can continue with c3 in the future. Along with knight, he can take knight here. He can take it further and attack the center along with his weak pawns also. So yes, two knights towards the king side. That's it. That's what I want to say. So over here, let's take it back. Now over here comes the move d take e4. After he eliminates the pawn, knight take e4 was the move. Now over here he was attacking this bishop. So black go with knight take, and after pawn take, now he's having a solid center. So comes x6. Now why x6? Because he cannot allow the bishop to come. And if the bishop comes, then he can't even push the pawn because that's a pin. So that's why he play x6 and eliminate this threat. So comes knight e1. Now this is a mistake. This is a mistake done by Hikaru. The idea is simple. He took the knight back. Although what he want to do, he want to attack this by playing f4 and attack this. This is one of his plan which Hikaru is planning. Okay, but over here what he could have played. So is over here he could have played knight x4. Okay, now you might be saying that queen can take it. So if queen take, then you go with queen take bishop. Okay, now if we go with queen take this pawn, then that will be a easy win because you have a brilliant bishop sacrifice. Bishop take on x6. If the g pawn take it, then you can go with queen take. Else, I'll say that you can even bring the rook. You can bring one of the rooks. Suppose this rook coming over here, because we need this rook over here so that we can focus on f4. So we can play rook here and attack the queen. Now our idea is that he'll play queen supposed to f4. What you can do? You can play rook e3. You can play rook here, attack the king side. This bishop is already open, so you have a very easy win. But once again, black was enough experienced. Okay, so what happened? Knight x4 was not even played, right? And if knight x4 would have been played, then black would be enough experience that he will not take it. But if he take, then he know how to counter attack this position. So over here, Hikaru does not find this option as a good, but as per computer analysis, this is a good option. So knight e1 was the response. Now knight e1, as I told, idea was to play f4 and attack this. Simple idea. Now with this, you take the knight back. That's why it is one of the disadvantage. Okay, and I really suggest you that you must never take the knight back in the opening until and unless that knight is under attack. Okay, so comes knight a6. Now this is also an inaccuracy. I mean, you can say that this is a miss. You know why? Because you can easily take the queen e7. You can play rook d8, attack this queen's file, open up this queen file, support the center. So you had a very good move, queen e7. But he does not focus on that. He can even play bishop e6, deactivate this bishop. But no problem. Black play knight a6. Now knight a6, he is also having a good plan. He want to take knight c5. He want to attack the center. So he is already having a good plan. But once again, Hikaru Nakamura is the mastermind of chess. He played knight e3. If the knight comes here, and that's what happened in the game, he easily grabbed this. And that's what happened in the game. Bishop take was the move? No. Over here, after knight take on, knight c5, Hikaru can capture this and that would be a neutral position as per computer analysis. But what happened? He played rook e1. So Hikaru was not fond of making trades. That's why he played rook e1. He want to defend his pawn. So black comes with knight take d3. Okay. So he eliminated the knight. Now this is not correct because this bishop is already active, right? So you can easily grab it. No matter that white will open his rook file. Cause this bishop which was creating a pin. Now that's over. You can even focus with f5. He is having a very good plan with this. But no problem. Knight take on d3. Hikaru was having a good luck. He played queen take d3, bishop c5, and then it's time for the brilliant bishop sacrifice. Bishop take f7. What's the main idea with this? If the rook take queen, a free queen. If the king takes, then what you gonna do? Simple, queen c4 check. The king has to move. You easily grab this. Now king is at his original place, right? And obviously, if Hikaru will get such position, you can easily guess who is going to win this game, right? So already his pieces are active. He can take the bishop out. Most importantly, d3, bishop a3, focusing on this, attacking the rook. He can take this rook here, attack the queen. He is having a lot of choices, and obviously he can easily counter attack black. He has enough experience with that. So over here, what happened in the game? Black played king h8. Now king h8 was a good move. So over here, queen take d8, rook take it back, and then comes bishop e3. Hikaru focus on trading the bishop. Obviously, bishop c5 is a very very important bishop. So it is important to eliminate that bishop. So bishop take e3, and then comes rook take, rook d2. Now he focus on attacking these pawns. So comes rook to c1, bishop g4. Why he play bishop g4? That's a very easy question. Why he play bishop to g4? Why he don't play bishop to d7 or something like that? Because if we play bishop d7, then the rook file will be blocked. If we take the bishop here, now I say that this is not a very good move because Hikaru played f3, a very good move. Now he simply kicked the bishop back. What will he do? Over here he played rook f8. Black had a very good option because if he'll take the bishop here, rook file is blocked. If he'll take the bishop back, then that does not make sense because the rook file is blocked once again. And obviously, who is going to win? Hikaru is going to win. So that's why he played rook f8. Now Black is trying really hard to find out good moves and try to crush Hikaru, but he is not able to, do it. Bishop c4 and then comes bishop x5. Over here comes king f1. Now why he play king f1? What's the main idea for king f1? Very simple. You want to play king here. Basically, you want to take rook here. After rook take, king take. You want to bring the king towards the center so that he could focus on endgame. Okay, bishop f7 was the move. Now he understood that the rook here is going to be a move. After takes, the king or the bishop can take. So that's why he simply offered the bishop trap. Now bishop take f7, rook take it, and then comes rook d3. Over here, Hikaru changes the mind and go with rook d3. So the rook has to trade, but he does not. He played rook d7. As per computer analysis, trading was good, but no problem. So rook take d7 and then comes rook take d7. King comes to e2. As I told, he has to take the king towards the center because the end game is coming. g5 and then the game continued like this. Both the players were focused on attacking, and Hikaru, what he did in the endgame, he simply pushed the pawns forward. Because in the endgame, pushing the pawns forward is a very important move. And creating a pawn chain is also very important. Like this, you can observe. This is a pawn chain. He is conquering this open file, right? This is one of the endgame principles that you must understand. If you want, I can make a separate video on top 5 endgame principles which you can use to mastermind your endgame. So if this video will get 100 likes, I'll make a video on that. So comes king to c4. After he take rook to f7 was the move. Now rook comes to e6, he's attacking this pawn. Rook comes to f2, he is focused on attacking this pawn. Rook take e5, rook take g2, rook check, king f6, and he grabbed the pawns. Continue with the game by taking a lot of pawns, and then this was the move, final move. So this position continued. Now over here, Black played the final move, and then he resigns the game.